course, that introduction was for someone who needs no introduction because I had no time to do this. Kathy, stuff is your life. Now, based on Gina's talk, that sounds really shallow. But you made it not shallow. That's the whole point. You made it not shallow. You said stuff was my life. The one with the most stuff wins, and your mother-in-law won. However, it wasn't the stuff, it was the emotions and the feelings that the stuff brought. That was a really good way of making something that looked not so great into a really great story. Did this story have a climax? Yes, the climax was we're back in the East Coast. At least in the right time zone, right?
Yes.
That was a great idea. You did talk about a lot of your climax was about being creative. You talked about the fabric and each piece and how it would make you feel. It would have been good to get more details about what that fabric became. For example, I had some plaid fabric and I made a kilt, even if you make it up. And I made a kilt for this Scottish person who was doing something at the Highland Games. True, not true, but it sounds really good. It kept our attention. True stories are better than false stories, but whatever it takes to win. That's the way I think. Were the characters well developed? Could have been a little bit better about that. I did recognize the characters. We know you very well. You're always well developed. And your husband, John. You did the back and forth. You and John about packing up or not packing up, as the case may be. You could have used voice variety to distinguish those two. And it's hard for me to do that. I tried to do that at the contest, and it's just hard to do that because you don't want to sound like a guy. I don't want to sound like a girl. We just don't really want to do that, but it does help distinguish the characters. A little bit about your mother-in-law. Realtors were also characters. And I would have said we had the evil realtor, the crummy realtor who didn't sell our house, and then the realtor from heaven who sold the house in a week. That would have been good character development.
Okay.
But I could distinguish the characters, which were really good. About description and dialogue, now this is where you could have really laid it on us. You talked about menopause. And, well, I don't have to imagine because I was married. The dog issue. Emotion would have been good. I was going crazy. You talked about crying thrice, 3 times. You did not exasperate us with your story. Good movement, good story, great story, but there could have been more emotion.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.